Welcome back to another Access 72 video, and in today's video I'm back with another interview, and I'm here with Nina Hughes. Nina, how are we?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you very much for coming on the channel.
No problem.
Nice one. So am I right in saying you're a bantamweight who's 5-0?
Yeah.
Yep, great. Okay, and so if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need like the video, and let's get straight into it. So, going to start off with the question which you always like to start off with. Why did you start boxing?
Started it for fitness, just because it was more interested in going to the gym. Did boxercise class, then joined the boxing gym, and just really enjoyed the training. Never actually wanted to box, and got talked into it by my coach. So.
Okay. And so do you remember what happened in your first amateur fight?
Yeah, I remember it very well. I remember being so nervous, losing like 2 kilos before wading light. I remember after the first round just being absolutely shattered, where I got out all guns blazing in the first round. But yeah, I got the win, enjoyed it, and never looked back since.
Indeed, you didn't. And so what would you say was your biggest achievement from the amateurs?
Probably being selected for the GB squad. Travelling the world, representing my country. That's probably my biggest achievement.
Definitely a huge achievement. And so how many did you end up racking up amateur fights?
74 in the end.
74, okay, a very good amount. And so why did you end up turning professional when you did?
I was going to retire, actually. I never actually ever wanted to turn professional. And I don't know, it's during lockdown and I was watching all the girls on the TV, and it only just started taking off, women's professional boxing, and I just thought I was missing it where I was in lockdown, and I just thought I'm going to give it a go. If I don't give it a go, I'm going to regret it. So, joined a pro gym, and here I am now.
Here you are now, indeed. And so, I mean, you've had these 5 professional fights so far, all in quite quick succession. And so which one would you say you've performed your best in?
Probably my world title fight.
Okay,
Raised the game for the one that mattered most.
That's the most important thing. And so have you been quite happy with the amount of fights you have been having in quite recent succession?
Yeah, we obviously wanted to stay busy and rack up as many fights as we could. Obviously, this is the longest now that I haven't boxed for. Looking forward to getting back in the ring now.
Indeed, and of course you are fighting for that world title that you currently hold, and so how big of an achievement is it to be a world champion?
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, that was the dream, and I've achieved my dreams now, so anything else is a bonus, really. Obviously now it'd be nice to add more world titles to the collection, but that was my ultimate dream, was to just become world champion, so that's a good feeling.
Indeed, of course it is. And so now you're working with Matchroom Boxing. I believe this is your first fight with them, if I'm right in saying. And so how excited are you to be working with them now?
Yeah, really excited. Obviously, it's the first time on a big stage. So, I'm just going to enjoy the whole experience and looking forward to it.
Indeed, that's great. And so what would you say currently is your main motivation?
My main motivation? I do it all for my kids, make them proud. And I'm always setting myself targets and goals, so that's what keeps me motivated.
Okay. And so, I mean, you've got this fight we spoke about, June 10th now, and so not too far away, but you've got a seemingly good enough camp for it. And so how's preparations overall been going for it?
Yeah, preparations been going really well, training hard, we've had really good sparring, so got 6 more weeks now, so all going to plan.
Good to hear. And so I mean, you're against quite a tough opponent in Shannon Courtney, if I'm right in saying. And so how much do you know about her as a fighter?
Yeah, I know quite a bit about her. We've sparred as well, so we've shared the ring a bit. So it's going to be a tough fight. She obviously wants to take my world title back off. She wants my world title, so that makes her a dangerous fighter. So we're training hard, and I'm sure we're going to see the best Shannon Courtney, and we're going to have to deal with that.
And so am I right in saying, from what I believe, she just coming off the fight versus Ebony Bridges, and so what's the possibility of that fight being ever happening in you and Ebony Bridges?
Well, hopefully I beat Shannon and can get Ebony Bridges next. That's the dream fight after.
Okay. And so not to, I suppose, spoil too much, but if that fight did end up happening, what would be a prediction for that?
I'd win.
Okay, simple as that.
I don't know how, but I'd find a way to win.
Okay, great. And so for anybody who's maybe not watched you fight before and might be coming to watch this next fight of yours, what would you say makes yourself interesting as a fighter?
just a busy all action fighter, really. I can fight and I can box, and yeah, quite aggressive style, so it's exciting to watch.
Indeed it is. And so maybe come this time next year, I mean, you're at a very good stage in your career and you just signed that big deal with Matchroom, and so maybe this time next year, where would you like to see yourself?
Yeah, just going for more titles. The aim is to beat Shannon, and then I want to try and unify, so
Okay.
whoever's got the belts.
Okay, indeed. And so I'll leave with this final question, which I always like to ask. You've got a little bit of a platform here. Would you like to shout anything out?
Just big thanks to all my sponsors that supporting me all along my journey, especially the ones from the start and all the ones that are coming on board now.
Okay.
Thanks.
Great, nice one. Well, thank you very much. Maybe a little bit further along down the line, if there is a possible fight with Ebony Bridges or any other world title fights that you might end up having, maybe we can have you back on the channel.
Yeah, no problem.
Great, okay. And so if you're new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you need that video, and thanks for watching.